Can I just have the casting crew of the film, please, a family? സ്റ്റേജ് കയറി നിന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ലോഞ്ച് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ വിഷ്വൽ കാണാൻ പറ്റാത്തത് കൊണ്ട് ഇവിടെ നിൽക്കാം. നമുക്ക് ഇവിടുന്ന് ലോഞ്ച് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് സൈഡിലോട്ട് നിൽക്കാം. Alright? So on that note, Anurag sir, can I please request you to join us? We're not getting on stage purely because we won't be able to see the trailer if you everyone stands here. ഞാൻ മാത്രം മേളിലായി പോയല്ലോ, കുഴപ്പമില്ല. Sir, I'm right behind you. Hello. Anurag sir. I'm here. So I'll just quickly, once again, thank you for being here. Before you launch the trailer, if you could just say a few words to everybody who was eagerly waiting to hear, about what you thought. You saw the film already, right? But you thought about the movie and why you thought of flying into Kerala, making the time for this.
Why I've come here also, and me and Newton Cinema, we produced a short film, and by Varun Grover, it was called Kiss, and that's when I found out, and over a period of time I discovered their passion for cinema, which for me is like the kind of people you look for across the country in various languages, the kind of cinema they're supporting and want to do. And when I see something like that, I want to give it. I also want to give it all because we have tried that ourselves in Hindi cinema so many times.
Yeah.
And we try to form collectives. We try to get together like-minded people to support a kind of cinema that we think should be made. And I'm a cinephile first.
That we all know. We are a huge fan of the cinephile that you are.
And I reach out to filmmakers across the country, across the world that I like the work of. I met Don before I saw Family.
Oh, okay.
I met him in festivals and been trying to see it, and finally when I saw the film, it really hits you it hits you where you don't expect it. It's also for me exposition of a world that I didn't know existed the way it's shown in the film. It's sad, it's funny. When it's funny, it's very funny. And she makes me laugh so much in the film.
Who? Oh, alright.
And there's this one whole sequence that I really thought was very funny. And it's also sad, it really is impactful. And in the end, it's also hopeful. And the kind of cinema that we've stopped making. And I think we need more of it. And I really feel that it's worth it to travel and participate in a film like this.
And we appreciate and we're very grateful that you felt that way. And there are so many questions we want to ask you after this, but I think if we launch the trailer and then ask the questions, everyone else will also have a few thoughts to share into it. So sir, I'm just handing this over to you.
Oh.
And there we go.
നിങ്ങളുടെ അയലോകത്ത് പുലി വന്ന് നാട്ടുകുട്ടിയെ കൊണ്ടുപോയി കേട്ടല്ലോ.
എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. And sir, we are extremely grateful and thankful for being here. I think your presence is one of the best thing happened to a small film. Because when I was in film school and even now, for your films like Gangsta Vasipur and Satya and every single, I have seen almost every film and it inspired me, and still now, that's whenever I feel low, I do watch films like Goodfellas and Goodfellas, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction. So Gangsta Vasipur is one of such kind of films. So your presence matters a lot and we are extremely thankful. So finally our film is gonna release, and it was a great experience working with Don, and a lot to say, and unfortunately we are missing him here. So I'm so fortunate to work with in such a great script, in fact, and with a filmmaker with such a clarity. So extremely thankful, and
വിനീ ചേട്ടൻ്റെ ഇതിനകത്തെ ക്യാരക്ടറിൽ നിന്ന് ഓഡിയൻസ് എന്താണ് എക്സ്പെക്ട് ചെയ്യുക? എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു വേർഡ്, ഒരു ലൈൻസ്, ഒരു സെന്റൻസ് മതി.
സിനിമ കാണുമ്പോൾ
അത് മാത്രം പറയരുത്.
എക്സ്പെക്ടേഷൻ, ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ഒരു ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റിംഗ് ആയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു കാര്യം പറയാം. സോ this is one of the most complex character I ever played, and before the film I did my basic homework and everything to how to portray and how to express the complexities and everything. So on the first scene itself, I realized that there is no use of my research and nothing, and I just have to follow what he says. And the most challenging part was to express the complexities of character in wide shots. If you have observed, every shot is a wide shot, and in that particular shot we have to communicate, and that was the toughest part. And one of the funniest is, it's been 15 years I'm in this industry, so facing camera is like a second nature. So that automatically happens, and every director used to appreciate it. Wherever the camera is, I won't be conscious, and automatically it will happen. So one funny thing about Don is Don will immediately say cut, and will you're facing camera now, so we can go for the next. So altogether it was a great experience, and I'm extremely thankful to Newton Cinema and Don for trusting me and giving me such an interesting and intense character, which generally doesn't happen nowadays. I usually play like feel good comedy roles,
which we also very much enjoy, by the way, just adding that also in there.
So thanks a lot.